Oh, that zoomed in even more. Instead of using my phone, I am actually using my Microsoft Surface Book 2. So this is new for me. All right. So as you guys know, it's me, Kat, from Unboxing with Kat. And I decided to go ahead and join in on the Foundation Fridays because I am looking for a new foundation. I was using bareMinerals from 2004 until 2018. In 2016, 17, I started noticing that the powder wasn't working for me. It started leaving. I had crow's feet down to here, and I had some pretty deep set fine lines. In May of this year, I started tretinoin, and you can hear all of this in my intro, but I started tretinoin in May of 2020, and I've been on it now for 3 months, and my crow's feet have gone from down here to just up in this area. You can't really even see them. I mean, I still have this, and I'll probably always have this because I have allergies. Plus, I guess it's part of my genetic makeup, but I can get it removed, and eventually I will. And then my labial folds were really deep set. I'm talking like you could really see it. It's not like, it wasn't about pudge because I have gained weight since the car accident, but it was just deep set lines. I still have these, and I understand these can only get taken care of with either filler or surgery, which might be in my future. So I wanted to go ahead and start with bareMinerals so you guys could see what it looked like. Now, back in 2004, they were very, very limited in their shades, so I'm going to go with the newer shades, and by newer, I mean 2008, 17, 18, probably 2016, because that's about when I stopped buying the powders because they, again, were looking horrible on my skin. And I went from the powders to, what is this? The bareMinerals Ready foundation in fair, and this one seems to be translucent. The color matched fine, but again, it just didn't do what I needed. And then I went to the bareMinerals Pro, and again, liked it, but it just didn't sit nicely. It doesn't sit nicely in creases. And I even used their primer. I started trying different primers. It didn't work. So I'm going to show you what this looks like. Oh, and then I eventually went to their liquid foundations. I'll show you that next time. We'll do that next Friday. So here I have Neutral Ivory. Oh, damn, that's too dark. I am a pale ass Boricua. For those of you that don't know what a Boricua is, and I can't even really say that I'm just Boricua because I've got everything in me. I'm gonna probably try fair medium. But Boricuas, people from Puerto Rico. Oh, wow. Okay, hello. My mother is Puerto Rican and Spaniard. My father is Peruvian, Spaniard, German, and French. At least that's what they thought, but not according to my DNA, because I actually got my DNA done, and that tells a different story, which I thought was pretty amazing. So let's see. I'm gonna do this. I've got fair medium and neutral ivory. That's the fair medium, which you can, I'm putting it on really thick because I want to know which one's going to blend out better. Oh, I don't care if they say that that's neutral, that's not neutral. So no to the neutral ivory, yes to the fair medium. So I'm going to go with that. I'm going to use, I don't know if you guys know of bareMinerals, but they had this as well. You would put your foundation in here, and then the kabuki brush would be here. Personally, I thought it was a real pain in the ass because it just didn't seem to get product out. You'd really have to go a little bonkers on it. So I'm just going to put a little tiny bit. I should probably... Oh, and just to let you know, All I have on my skin right now, I don't usually wash my face in the morning. Since I've been on tretinoin, I've been finding out that there's no need for it. You don't need to cleanse your face. My dermatologist is like, no, cleanse your face at night. You don't need to wear, cleanse it during the day, unless of course you're sweating profusely or you have something on your face. So I wash my hair every morning before I do stuff like this because that is where my problem is. So I have the CeraVe moisturizing cream on really, really hot, grotesque days. I will either put Aquaphor or Vaseline on my face under my makeup. Yes, under my makeup. So I have this primer on, which is the Smashbox Photo Finish Smooth and Blur Primer. And this is the closest that I found, besides the Sephora primer, to the bareMinerals primer, which I don't have anymore. So let's do this. So I put just a tiny little bit in there. Now the reason why I do like using the Microsoft Surface for recording is because it shows everything. So I'm just going to tap a little because I don't want to tap it off. Mind you, I used to love this stuff. Man, this kabuki brush is rough. Maybe I'll try another one. Didn't realize how. I'm going to try this. It's just a no-name brand. So in 2004, my stepmother had told me what makeup she was using, and I thought, all right, well, let me give it a try. So I ended up watching QVC and ordering. And back then, until 2018, they had their bareMinerals Club. And I thought, shit, why not? I'll do that. And you would get 4 to 6 products on a tier, pricing, but it was the biggest discount that you could get. It was fabulous. I loved it. And by biggest, I mean like 30 to 40% off actual pricing. So it was great. It was really, really great. And otherwise you would pay for what size? You would pay $32 for 8 grams. I believe this is 8 grams. We didn't have this. We had this. So I'll show you this way. So this is 8 grams, $32. This is not. This is wait a second. I'm looking at the wrong thing, so I don't want to give you guys. I believe it's 4 grams. It's either 2 or 4 grams, and I can't see. No, I can't see. So I'll let you know that later. What was I saying? Oh, so yeah, I ended up joining and I got all of their stuff. Back in the day, they had eyeshadow, they had blush, they had, of course, the mineral veil, which they eventually came out with a tinted mineral veil. And then they had warmth, which was their version of a bronzer. And that's just what I used. I was a bareMinerals girl and I loved their products. I did also like their eyeliners. These are so old you just can't use them anymore. I like the blue and the green. I mean, brown eyes, come on. So I use these guys faithfully. And then one day, but the funny thing is that because of the illuminating, mineral veil, whenever you took a photo, you would get some serious flashback because I looked like Casper. Everybody would always laugh at me. Oh my God, you're so white. You're so white in photos. Why are you so white? And it was because of the mineral veil, the illuminating mineral veil. So I was always looking quite funny in photos. They joke around and call me Casper, which in reality I am quite pale. And I loved this stuff because it covered everything. It looked so great. And it had whatever coverage you wanted. So I really, really liked that. And you didn't need concealer because it would actually build up to concealer status. And I'll actually show you that when I get to that point. But like I said, in about 16, 17, I started noticing that it was really settling in my creases. And I never wore face lotion or cream. I just didn't need it. Here in California, I kind of would. I would just put whatever hand cream I had and apply it to my face, and that's what I used. But when I started noticing, yeah, this is just, it's so bad. When I started noticing that it was settling, I'm like, okay, I got to do something. And then I noticed my crow's feet, and I'm like, holy fuck, what is this? It was really, really scary. I mean, you guys know. For anyone wondering, if you haven't seen my other videos, I'm 51. And in 2018 is when I started looking into foundations, retinol, you name it. I looked into it. I wanted to get rid of my aging lines and my brown spots. All right, let me see if I can like brush this stuff out a little bit. I'm gonna use, I just want a fluffy brush. I really don't even care. Let's try this one. Give me. I just want to take off the excess. All right, so if I ever felt that I needed coverage in, I'm gonna try this one. I'm gonna use this from Luxie. If I ever felt I needed like concealer coverage, I would go ahead and use a smaller brush, tap and buff. And then just apply where I thought I needed it, which of course is usually right in this area. Now already you can see that my glow is gone, which is why you needed the mineral veil, because the illuminated mineral veil, because you just didn't have any glow. This just pretty much mattified you. I don't usually do my ears, but they are a little red today, so. All right, that's a lot. At least it feels like a lot. I do like that you don't really feel like you have anything on. I mean, you do feel like you've got powder on your face, but it's not like liquid foundations where you feel like you have something on your face, which is why I loved bareMinerals for so long, because I didn't have that feeling. Whoa, hello, no, don't go flying. But again, it just sits in my creases, and nobody wants that. Now, did this wear really well during the day? Yeah, I mean, it wasn't bad. I used to joke around saying that my face ate my makeup. All right, so there's that. Let's see if I can get you as close as possible. Thankfully, let me put everything away just so I don't make a disastrous mess. Their kabuki brushes were always really, really rough. I didn't like that. All right, let's zoom you in. Let's see. Whoa, hello. Oh no, yeah, see, you can see it like right in here. It just really kind of settles, and then it's gathering here. Where's my glasses? It's kind of sad that now I need glasses. Let's see here. It's not so bad here, but it could do much better. I have Aquaphor on my lips, if anyone's wondering. And then it just does this weirdness on the nose. I don't like that. I know that you can't really tell because the zoom quality kind of sucks on this. I didn't know that, but it's better than my phone, trust me. And then I'm sure it's gathering here. Yeah, it's gathering there. So I'm going to try something that I've never done before. And I am going to take a damp beauty sponge and pat it in and see what happens. Maybe it'll give it Oh, and it makes it look really, really dry under the eyes, which, I mean, come on. When you've got texture, fine lines, etc. in areas, you really don't want it accentuating those areas. You want it blurring those areas. You want it minimizing those areas. So one of the other reasons why I ended up stopping with bareMinerals, besides the fact that their foundation didn't work, because I absolutely, it's really sad because let me actually back you up a little bit. All right. It's really sad because they never really listened to their customers, which most brands don't. So it was really frustrating when they stopped selling pretty much everyone's favorite espresso brown flawless definition volumizing mascara and flawless definition mascara. I have, as you can see, minimal if no lashes. Okay, my brothers got blessed with lashes. I did not. I got blessed with the immune system. So, you know, their mascara is fabulous. This mascara, which is now discontinued, fabulous mascara. It lasted all day. It didn't smudge. It didn't move. It didn't really, I don't think it flaked. I think the only time it ever flaked is if I like played with my eyes, which I do a lot because I have allergies. So that's when it would act up. But otherwise, it didn't go anywhere. I loved this stuff. And your lashes still felt really, really soft. I also love the fact that with a brand new 2 month to 3 month old mascara, you would get really, really great lashes. After that, then it started getting a little too clumpy, a little too funky, but I would always stretch it because that's just how I was. So I'm not going to use these because these are really, really, really old. I actually just wanted to show them to you guys so that you can see how companies really need to start listening to their customers, because their customers know what they want. When the company says, you know what, I know that you want this, but we're coming out with something new and innovative that we know you're going to like, they're not usually right. Like their liquid foundation, at least the one that I got. I'm not willing to try their other stuff because their stuff is way overpriced. And without the club now, because that was one of the reasons why I quit, they got rid of the club. So here I am 14 years into this club, making this, helping one of the however many thousands, maybe a million, I don't know how many people are using bareMinerals. So all of these people that helped make bareMinerals get from nothing to where they are today, and they decide, you know what, fuck you, we're going to cancel the club. Now you've got to pay what everybody else does. What they should have done was said, okay, being that you guys have been with us since 10 years after we started, because I mean they started in 1995, but who's going to remember that? And they were on QVC. I never watched QVC. So here, you know, again, you help grow this company. What they should have done was just, we're going to keep the club for all those who have been in the club, but we're not going to allow any more people because now we need to make more money, or whatever the reason was. And that just really pissed me off. It just left a really, really bad taste in my mouth. And a lot of companies do this to people that have helped their business grow. And it's like, you know what, their brand grow. And it's like, you know what, I'm not supporting you anymore when you do this because it's not right. Look at how bad that is. Wow. So this is one of the reasons. This is actually the main reason why I stopped using it. Besides the fact that it is really not worth $32 for that. I mean, it'll last you forever, but again, look. Does it lay on the skin, the rest of the skin nicely? Yeah, sure, but you can see that you have powder on unless you put a beauty sponge to it, which I'm noticing now that actually kind of did work. I didn't know about beauty sponges until way after though. It is collecting so grossly underneath my eyes, and there's no way to set that because this is a powder. It should be setting. So I'm going to see if doing this will help. I don't think it's gonna. But this is where I noticed the biggest problem all around my eyes, and I didn't like it. I didn't like that my eyes looked so cakey. Yeah, it's just making it look worse now. So, oh yeah, that's looking horrible. See what it's doing? But that's why I stopped, because it just looked awful around my eyes. Yes, I do have a moisturizer on my eyes. I use the CeraVe. I mean, I've got it here. It's doing wonderful. got nothing. It's the product. It's the product. So I'm going to go ahead and use a full face, almost full face of bareMinerals because, like I said, I love their mascaras, which before they ended at the club, I ended up stockpiling their mascaras because they switched over to, where is it? I don't think I even have, yeah, here it is. They came out with Lashtopia, which is pretty much the same formula, but this brush for lashes like mine just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. It's just too big, and it leaves your lashes really clumpy. And it's similar to what bareMinerals already was in terms of their flawless definition, but it is slightly different. I prefer the flawless definition. I really wish that they would bring it back. So they got rid of the espresso, they got rid of the and they only had black flawless definition mascara, and then they got rid of the flawless definition mascara, switched over to this, and now I guess they've got another one, I'm not sure. And everything that they kept on coming out with after that, to me, just wasn't worth it. I mean, again, brands, listen to your customers. They know what is a win for you. They know what makes them keep coming back. So again, once they decided to cancel that, I'm like, all right, let me stockpile on the stuff that I love, which again was a mascara. Did I stockpile on anything else? No. So I got all that. And again, now I started, and then I tried their liquid foundation, and I started realizing this isn't working for me. None of this stuff is working for me. So I started my search. So I'm going to take you through why I started, which is this. And then next week, like I said, I'm going to show you the liquid. And then I'm going to show you what I was using from 2018 until today. But I do and I don't like it, and I'll explain that then. Anyway, so let me go ahead and put the rest of my face on. So this whole time I thought I was talking to the camera, and I was, but it wasn't recording. So what I was basically showing you guys, oh God, this sucks so bad, is that I used to use this as because it's what they had for their shadow and eyeliner. So I would use this, which now looking at it is very red-based a very red-based brown. And so I have that on the eyes, which you can see it kind of looks like a purplish brown. I mean, it's pretty, but I've got better now. And then I was saying how you can see where it's gathered. It's really disgusting. It really accentuates any lines you have, which is really bad, especially in natural lighting. Really, really bad. So what I used to do when I first started using this as my eyeliner is that I would just put it on as straight powder with this, and it would go on really soft, a little too soft. So then I started taking water, adding it to the cap and mixing it and making my own little liquid form, which is what I ended up doing on top of the powder. First I did the powder, then I did this. And then I was saying, let's see. God, this sucks. I thought I was recording this whole time. Glasses, glasses, glasses. This is was one of their blushes. I don't know if they sell this anymore, Glee. And I really love this because it's kind of like a deep mauve rose. And I have it on now. I figured I'd do as much bareMinerals as I could. Again, the only thing that I love, and I'll show you in a minute, is their mascara. I don't use any of this other stuff anymore. I actually saved all this thinking one day I'll do a video. So warmth I put to warm up my face, which it's again too orangey. And then of course I use the illuminating mineral veil on top to add a little bit of shine, which didn't work. And what else did I do? What else did I say? I don't know what else I said. Crap. Oh, I had said that after getting tired of the eyeliner just not giving me the power that I wanted, because this stuff would just fade away within like 4 hours, which you'll eventually see, I switched over to, I bumped into Sephora eyeliners, which I love. But at the same time, I don't really want to stick with one, although this has been my ride or die now for, I'm going to say, since probably 2012, 14. I love it. I love the purple and the blue that they have, but for whatever reason, they make my eyes itch. Don't know why. So I don't use them. So I've been looking for others. Sorry, my allergies. And I tap my nose, which doesn't help. So now I want to sneeze. So I've been on the look. And then I wanted something for eyebrows because, of course, this was way too red. And this is what you used for your eyebrows from bareMinerals. And you would use, you know, a brush and it would look pretty blocky like it does now. I figured I'd just do it for old time's sake. And so I ended up getting this from Makeup Forever, which is kind of like a brown, gray, black. And I used this for my eyebrows, which again left it a little blocky, but it did the job. And then I realized, wow, this makes a really nice color for eyes. So I actually started using this in place of the eyeliner from bareMinerals. So let me go ahead and put this back. What else did I say? I said so much and it just really pisses me off that it didn't record. All really good information too. Oh, so yeah, then I applied the mascara, which they went from selling both espresso brown and black to just selling the black, which I stockpiled. I hoarded. This is since 2008 I hoarded. Okay, so imagine. I still think I have like 6 to 8 pairs left of both the Flawless Definition Volumizing and the regular Flawless Definition. So what I did on camera, which of course it wasn't recording, is I put the volumizing on first because I have 0 lashes, and then I put the Flawless on. And I was saying that this is like really, really old. It's about ready to go out the door and I should probably throw them away because they're just really, really dry. Let me show you how they're kind of dry. You can tell they're a little crusty. Not crusty, just dry. But yeah, they get clumpy. And then I also, oh, that's what I did. I showed how, so this is what I start with, and then I go to this one because it cleans up the lashes a bit, which is nice. But the Lashtopia, whoa, which is their brand as well, I don't like the brush. It's messier, and it leaves a clumpier, messier lash that doesn't look full. It doesn't look thick, and it doesn't, I mean, it lengthens a little bit, but it just basically looks clumpy. I don't want clumpy. I want thick, long, natural looking lashes. I want them to look like my brother's. My brother has gorgeous long, one of them has gorgeous long curled lashes. The other one has long lashes, but they're sparse like mine. I have short sparse lashes, which totally sucks. So yes, these are going out. I'm actually gonna open one up right now, even though I think I waited too long. I'm gonna open up a volumizing and a regular. Whoops, those are both. Oh, come on, get out of the way. Oh, are these all regular? Oh, here's volumizing. All right, so here I have, no way. Oh man, I thought this one was espresso, but these are both black. I have a volumizing and I have a regular. Okay, so I'm gonna put those on top of what I already have since I fucked up. When you first open them, they're a little too typical mascara. They're just not enough. So one of the things that I really love about this formula, besides the fact that it stays and it doesn't smear all over the place, is that your lashes stay supple. They don't feel crunchy. And for me, that's huge, because I don't like crunchy. So I can do stuff like this later on in the day when I want to amp up my look and make it for the evening. And I like that. I mean, who doesn't need that, right? Is it a little, I mean, do you hear like the bristles brushing against dryness? Yeah, of course you do. But it's not, your lashes don't feel like some of the mascaras. Oh, like this one? I don't use this. The CoverGirl Katy Perry, oh, your lashes feel like brittle hay. Not only that, this stuff does not come off. I tried micellar water, I tried coconut oil, I tried Albaline, you name it, I tried it. This does not come off. I don't like this stuff. It's like cement on your eyes. I definitely don't like it. So now I'm going to go in with the smaller wand because it helps to separate and get rid of excess clumps, which now, of course, I do have clumps because I waited too long. And I did mention, I believe, when I was talking before and I thought that I was recording, that if you notice my eyes get funky, it's just because I have strabismus. So that means that they involuntarily cross when I'm trying to focus on something. And although I've already had surgery once, it didn't quite take because I wasn't given proper instructions, but that's whatever. So this is what I would do. Oh, let me do one thing. Oh, this is how I ended up finding out, because it said, let me do one thing, and I was going to go get something, and I noticed that it wasn't recording. Okay, so all I wanted to do was just wipe off the foundation on my lips. And it's funny because when I came back to the screen, to the laptop, and I did that, I thought, wait, was it what? I can't tell what's going on. Anyway, it didn't seem like it was recording. It seemed like it had canceled the entire thing and I had to start all over again. So, let's see here. So now I like a dark lip, borderline vampy, but at the same time I like neutral, but I don't like the neutrals that most women like. So for example, this, as nice as it is, this is the NARS, and actually I can put these on now. This is the NARS Rikugen Satin Lip Pencil. And I guess the color is Rikugen. So let me go ahead and oh wow, look at the way the color changes. I don't like that. Maybe I shouldn't let it do auto. Whoa, hello. Daylight. Ooh, that's nice. Okay, I like that. Alright, so we're going to change it that way. That looks really much better. Holy shit, I didn't know it could do that. I just found out about the settings on my camera. I'm used to my phone. So when I go to Sephora and I tell them that I want a brown nude lip, this is what they give me. It doesn't look good on me. It just doesn't look good on me. So I might wear this one. I think I'm gonna wear this. Hang on, I'm gonna go wipe this off. This is the NARS Cruella Velvet Matte Lip Pencil. It's a little too yellow for me, but I still like it. It's funny how the color balancing still gets thrown off when I do that. You shouldn't be doing that. Oh, that's really annoying me that it's changing color like that. Wow. I don't like that. Go ahead and finish doing that. It's funny because looking at this on camera, it looks much yellower than it actually is. But anyway, this is what that foundation looks like. I am not going to do a wear test because this stuff is just absolute crap now. It's not for older women. Let me rephrase that. It's not for dry skin and fine lines. So for me, this has gotten drier as I'm getting older. My skin is now starting to come back to being normal with the tretinoin. Huge change in my skin. I mean, the texture has just like really calmed down. It's so much softer. We all have texture, which you can see. But just look at that. That is so gross. Oh my God, that is so gross. So, oh, and I just noticed that it got funkier because of which has always been a problem with powder liners. They get all over the place no matter how much you tap off. So there we go. That doesn't look so bad now. All right, so that's what I would do. With or without the lip, that's what I would do. And again, it just doesn't look that great. And you'll notice that as you start to see the other videos that I do. After I do these next week. Because I want you guys to see why I started looking. These, again, this stuff still works on normal to even oily skin with, again, no real lines. If you don't have lines, you will like the bareMinerals foundation. You will like it. Whether or not their shade range is worth it, I don't know, because things have, actually, you know what? How many shades do they now have? 1, 2, 3, 4. 7 times 4 is 28, 29. They have 29 shades, which is a lot more than when I started. When I started, they had probably 12 to 14 shades. And here's the description if nobody knows what bareMinerals powder is. This is what they say. Original Loose Mineral Foundation SPF 15 is the iconic mineral makeup that started the clean beauty revolution in 1995. Formulated with just 5 clean mineral ingredients and without any unnecessary additives, binders, fillers, or talc, it's makeup so pure and clean you can sleep in it, which I used to do, by the way, because I was just too lazy to clean my face. Good for skin coverage. This skin-loving vegan formula cares as it covers, promotes clearer, healthier looking skin over time. Customize your coverage from sheer to full. That is true. With this effortless, buildable formula that wears all day, that is not true. Without clogging pores. Nothing really clogs your pores unless you're holding it on your face for weeks at a time. Causing breakouts or settling into fine lines. It does settle into fine lines, and I am proof it settles into fine lines. What else? That is why it's the #1 mineral foundation in the US, available in 30 shades. Oh, 30 shades that flatter every skin type and tone in its makeup with a no makeup look and feel. Again, if you have normal to, I'm going to say oily skin, yes, it looks like you don't have any makeup on. If you have combination skin like I had, like before I started tretinoin 3 months ago, I had oily T-zone, dry, and I mean dry. And I mean, I'm still a little dry because, of course, when you first start tretinoin, your face gets very dry, except for the T-zone. It doesn't get quite dry. And then you eventually start going back to normal. I'm slowly going back to normal. I still have like really dry patches like here, so it's not dry now. It's just dry, which is nice. And it's dry, of course, here because I apply it to my nose area. Let's see. So yeah, you know, they cannot say that it doesn't settle into your fine lines because, again, I am proof that it settles into your fine lines, and it settles in pretty ugly and pretty obviously. I mean, it even settles into the pores in here, and I have a blurring primer on, so that just doesn't make any sense. Let me see if I can somehow, actually, I'll take a really, really clean one. Let me see if I can. Yeah, no, I ended up taking the makeup off, so no. So if you want to go down my journey with me to find a new foundation, and I'm going to say foundations because I'm learning that companies will discontinue products, change things up to where it just doesn't work for everyone. So change their formulas. Oh my god, that pisses me off when they change a formula and oh look, it's better and it's new and improved, and no, it's not. You've made it crap. So if you want to join me on this journey, next week I will be doing the bareMinerals Bare Skin, and I am in the colors. Well, I can probably tell you guys that. Oh, I only have bare shell. Shit. I only have bare shell. But yeah, this is the bareMinerals Bare Skin Pure Brightening Serum Foundation, and I will be wearing this next week. For now, I will see you. Have a great weekend.